The chaos in the stadium during Argentina's football star Lionel Messi's Kolkata tour has raised serious questions about the manner in which his entire trip to Kolkata was planned and organized by the administration and the organizers. To talk more on the questions that are now emerging about the failure of the administration, I have with me the Governor of West Bengal, C.V. Ananda Bose. Welcome to NDTV, sir. Thank you. As an administrator, and you have also visited the site a day after it happened, how do you assess the role of the administration, and why do you think such a big chaos happened?
It was very unfortunate, very deplorable, to say the least. The football lovers of Bengal have been more sinned against than sinning. It is a case study of how a congregation management can be mismanaged. There are failures, perceptible failures from the part of the administration. Sports has been reduced to a commodity for commercial gains. A private individual has been allowed to conduct it for his own personal benefit at the expense of the sentiments of the common man. See, an icon becomes an icon because there are fans behind it. Fans have a right on the icon. They paid heavily to see him, to have a glance of their hero. This was the responsibility of the organizers and the government to ensure that, the sentiments of the fans are respected. There was no crowd management. See, when it comes to a place like this, a situation like this, it is not mere crowd management, it's congregation management. I was surprised to know, as a governor of the state, there is no standard operating procedure for congregation management in a large metropolis like Kolkata. It is basically a case study of how to mismanage an event. And now, it has brought untold sorrow and shame to the whole nation, because Messi is an invited guest. This nation always respects the icons in any field of sports. And we were all prepared for that. That is what has been seen in the other states which we visited, other cities which we visited. Kolkata has failed him. The entire visit of Messi has been messed up by the inability, incompetence of the lack of alertness of the system in Kolkata. There is grave systemic failure.
Systemic failure. So you are raising questions, and very rightly you said that Messi's visit was messed up by the organizers and the administration. So what needs to be done now to ensure that those who are responsible for this chaos, for this crisis, are brought to book?
First is the realization that accidents are not accidental. There are human failures. Here I was suggested, see, the previous day of the event, when I got messages from so many common people who purchased ticket, I knew there is a lot of dissatisfaction, a lot of disappointment among them. So I advised government the same night, previous night, of the event, to take certain precautionary steps which were ignored. Then the pell-mell took place. After that, immediately, the government has advised on certain steps to be taken immediately. One, a judicial inquiry to be ordered. Number two, the organizers, not the organizer, the organizers are to be arrested. Number three, the ticket holders should be refunded the amount which they paid. Number four, freeze the account of the account holder, of the organizer. 14 suggestions were given, including, for the future, there should be a standard operating procedure for congregation management. It should be not only implemented, it should be concurrent monitoring from the control room should be there for events like this. There should be an insurance scheme where the insurance will be given to the spectators and the organizer has to pay the premium. Then there was also a second set of suggestions. See, many complaints, representations were received by me in person and over the media through the peace room of the Lok Bhavan. There was a popular demand for the resignation of two ministers. One the sports minister, there is another minister who was also present on the occasion. Advised government the same day that this should be taken up, that is the resignation of the ministers. Now I understand that one minister, the sports minister, has resigned or divested his portfolio of sports. Then the action has to be taken against all those who are responsible for this. Officers are, the bureaucracy is there. There are many set of officers who are responsible for this. I am told that they have called for explanation of the DGP. One police officer, senior officer has been suspended. The commissioner has been asked also to explain. These are steps in the right direction after the event. But now, there are many more to it than meets the eye. What the people want is action, not an alibi for inaction.
So
whatever action has been taken is inadequate.
So you're saying that just because sports minister resigns, that doesn't mean that there were other people also who can't be held responsible. So more minister should take responsibility and resign. Who is the minister you want should resign?
See, as the governor, I have given my suggestions or directives to my esteemed constitutional colleague, the Chief Minister. I will give a reasonable time to take a decision in the matter. Therefore, I don't want to say it in public, what are the suggestions which I have given in confidence.
So there is a special intensive revision of electoral rolls now. That process is on in 12 states, in West Bengal also. What is your assessment of the kind of benefits you think SIR will have for West Bengal, both in the short term and in the long term?
Special intensive revision एक डेमोक्रेटिक प्रोसेस है. फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन के लिए ये आवश्यक है. Therefore, SIR is an essential process of democracy. It's an inevitable step to ensure that there is free and fair election in the country. SIR is applicable not only to West Bengal, it is applicable to the whole nation. In Bihar we saw people have accepted the SIR process. And protest in a democracy, if anybody has got difference of opinion, that's all welcome. See, we have a strong election commission which is also balanced in its approach to take care of these complaints. Otherwise, we also have the constitutional checks and balances for this. In a dynamic democracy such as ours, we will be able to take care of these things because we have a robust democracy in this country. So, in a pluralistic society, if there are difference of opinion about the SIR process, that is welcome. But I have been going to the field. I understand that people welcome SIR. They only want the anomalies to be rectified. I also discussed with the BLOs. They have complaints about workload is there, but that, when it was pointed out to the Election Commission, they have extended the dates. So I think we will be able to contain this and find an acceptable solution to the complaints that are raised against SIR.
There are lots of challenges on the illegal immigration issue. Do you think SIR in a way can also be an asset in terms of addressing the issue of illegal migration?
See, it's a matter of common knowledge now that of the people who have got into the electoral rolls, many are not citizens of India. Now, when the SIR process started, I had been to the border areas. There is what is called a reverse migration of the illegal immigrants. See, those who are absorbed in the Indian polity, they are protected. Only those who are remaining here without sanction by the government of India, they alone are affected. That is the natural process which takes place in a democratic country.
Right. You're also planning to now start a Vande Mataram Yatra. What is this Yatra all about and how many districts you plan to cover as part of this Yatra?
Vande Mataram Yatra is focused on the fact that Vande Mataram reflected the soul of India once, and it was banned by the British government. But independent India, that is to be revered as a national song. On this 150th anniversary of the Vande Mataram, it is decided to have Vande Mataram Yatra to 150 centers. Vande Mataram marches will be there, group singing will be there. It will culminate in a mega function in which major singers from all over India will come and sing Vande Mataram. And also, there will be groups singing by at least 20,000 per people. This will be repeated in 150 schools, colleges, and other centers.
And you're also now in the process of taking forward a campaign against corruption, against violence in West Bengal. Now planning to take this campaign to the villages now, to the ground. What is this campaign and what are the larger objectives that you have in mind?
The last 3 years as governor, I have come to the conclusion that two cancerous growths on the body politic of Bengal are number one, violence, number two, corruption. So I'm committed, it's not a promise, it's a commitment to the people. I will stand against violence, against corruption. So a campaign has been launched to fight against corruption and violence. That is Hinsa Mukt, Bhrashtachaar Mukt Bengal, and also Viksit Bengal. These are the three planks on which the campaign is based. That is continuing. To the villages, it is called Amar Gram program, and also through the coastal areas, that is through the Hooghly. When we go, it is called Jal Tarang.